If you are in a Harley Davidson and looking to upgrade your incandescent turn signals into these signature LEDs, stay tuned. If you're getting these for the daylight running lights and you're in Australia or Europe or some other countries where we don't have a dual filament 1157 socket in the front indicators like they do in the US, you better watch this because you're going to be disappointed if you think these have a daylight running light. Alright, so today I think I'm going to duck down the Harley Davidson dealer and get myself a set of the LED Harley turn signals. I was going to take the bike. It's actually a really good day, but to be honest, I actually hate riding down the motorway dealing with the idiots on the road, so I'm not going to take the bike. I'm going to take my car. We'll pop into the Harley dealer and check out what they got there and also buy a set of these signature LED turn signals. Let's go. There's the bike sitting there all lonely. Got it on my charger. Here's the old girl. Had it for maybe 17 years, this BMW. Bought it new, but she's getting a bit long in the tooth. Probably should have bought a car, but bike was more interesting. And look at the traffic. Let's have a little look over there. Let's see if you can see that. Look at that traffic on the other side. This is one of the reasons I don't want to ride in this. It's just chaos. I can't stand it. God help me. So I went into the dealership. I was thinking of videoing it, but I'm pretty new at this and it kind of feels weird to go in with a camera. But I did get the signature light. So anyway, I've supported Harley in some way and I've got these signature LED turn signals. Let's go home and check it out. We'll just take off the cover. We'll have a quick look. It comes with some instructions. And then it comes with the two inserts. They just fit into the standard plug. I think this is an 1156. I can never remember. There's an 1156 and 1157. One's got the single point here. The other one's got the double. These might be 1156. I could be wrong. Okay, so they actually look pretty good. These have got this rubbery feeling, but you can see they're fully sealed by the looks of it. And they've got like your circuit board in here. And this all looks sealed. So I imagine this is all waterproof. There is no cap like this. Basically, you remove your incandescent bulb. This is an Action 1156. I just had a quick look at that. If it's got a single point 1156, it's got a dual point for dual purpose like tail light brake, for example. It would be a dual or brake blinker. Anyway, they look nice. I really like the style, and I believe this should have the LED daylight running lamp on here, which is one of the reasons I like it, so you can get more visibility when you're coming down the road, mainly for people turning in front of you. As you're coming down the road and you're turning into a street, they've got a little sticker here. It's telling you just which way this side up. Pretty straightforward. They're both the same. They should just clip on. It's a matter of just unclipping the factory lens, putting this in, popping it in so that sticker is up. Boy, is it a good day for a ride today. It was supposed to be raining, but it's turned out really good. Anyway, I want to have a look at what this looks like from the front with the standard blinkers. So when we change it, we can see the difference. Now I've got the front lights on. I've got the lights on there, incandescent blinkers. Pretty standard stuff. Now, without the blinkers, this is what we got. Let's take them off and see what they look like. Now, currently we don't have a daylight running lamp. So these just are blinkers. The new ones should have a daylight running lamp in there as well. That's pretty cool, I think, to make sure drivers can see you, some additional lighting. The more lighting you got, the easier it is going to be for people to see you. Let's turn all this off. We'll change the blinkers over, see what they look like. We need to get under here. There's actually a little groove. So we're just going to pop the screwdriver in there. I'm going to twist it, and you can already see that's going to come off. All right, let's pop this off. Find that little groove, little twist. Cap just pops right off. Pretty easy to do. Now, if you had any old school cars, these are really straightforward. Just push them in, twist, they just pop out. All right, pretty simple. They've got little pins on the outside. Twist it. It's locked in. That's it. Now what I'm going to do here is just kind of twist this a little bit. I want to twist that a bit more. And I'm going to get this facing up. Just make sure that's facing up like the sticker says. It looks pretty close. And then they just kind of clip on. So I'm going to grab the bottom and just push. It's not quite clipped on yet. And you'll see they just lock in. That looks good. This side up. Alright, so far, if you look at it, the look of the bike looks a lot better than the orange blinkers. They don't look good like that compared to what we've got now. Obviously this is the 114, which is the FLHCS, which means it's got the blacked out kind of dark custom look, if that's what they call it. And these lights, turn signals, actually fit with that theme a lot better. Being just like dark here, no real orange cover. Actually looks good that way. So let's turn them on and see how she looks. Just make sure they're clipped on properly. Kind of hard to see exactly what they're doing, but because the cameras don't pick up on that very well. But the blinkers are the outer ring, and the camera kind of makes it look like the whole thing is flashing yellow, but they're not. It's just the outside ring. Okay, so we have what I think is kind of good and bad news. Looking at these, I can't get the daylight running lights working. Now I suspect it is because it's an 1156 socket, not an 1157. Now the people that I have seen where they do work are all in the States, not in Australia. An 1156 socket is a single circuit, it's just a single pin. It may be that they just don't work using that socket daylight running light, so it's just going to be an indicator. Now the positive to that is that means these will work on the rear. You can just grab another set of these and put them at the back because they are really bright. They actually look really good. And I like this dark look. It looks much better than the amber cover. More drama. I don't know if I should laugh, cry. No, I actually don't think it's too bad. Essentially what I've done is I bought another set of these. Now I've plugged these into the back and they worked, right? So before I bought them, I plugged them in. I turned my blinkers on and they worked. I thought, great, you know, that's fine. I used the front ones. I took one off the front and plugged it into there because I want to get the back ones to match the front. Unfortunately, things aren't always so simple. The reason I want to put these on the back is because they don't have a daylight running lamp because they are the 1156 socket with only the two wires, single filament. So they work as a rear tail light, or sorry, as a rear turn signal. The problem is they don't fit the housing. I'm going to say that again. They don't fit the housing. Why? Okay, so here's a front housing. They basically look the same. I mean, these are blacked out. They're not exactly the same though. The diameter of these is maybe 0.5 millimeter bigger than these. They have the exact same cap on the back. I mean, they both fit. I've tried the front ones, but this is just that little bit too big to squeeze in there. So now I'm contemplating, I mean, these are $230 or $227, $228 Australian dollars. I'm thinking I'll just kind of cut these down a little bit. There's a little, see if you can see, there's a little notches here. I think, and I'm hoping, if I do that, it'll fit. Now the problem is if they don't, these are going to become useless, because then I can't even sell them to anyone, because they won't even fit on their bike, because I've basically screwed these up, which would be a shame. I could Sikaflex them in, I guess. I'm sure they'd be fine if I did that. All right, so I've finalized the inserts on the back. I've now fitted these kind of semi-permanently. They have a little bit of Sikaflex in there. I've taken it for a ride and they haven't fallen off, so that's a good thing. They do sort of lock in. I don't think they sit quite as flush, but they are good enough for me. And I think they look a lot better than the incandescent bulbs. Now, if you do want to do this, you're going to have to modify the light. Now, they are expensive, so it's worth noting you will not be able to just fit them in as they are. All right, there we have it. I've managed to install these LED Harley signature turn inserts onto my 2019 Heritage. After really buying them for the day running light, found out that these don't actually work in Australia with those lights. It's really just an American thing, or any country where you have an 1157 receiver for the bulb, then it will work. Also, these only have 2 wires, not 3, for the day running lights. So just be warned, if you buy them, they're not going to have a day running light. The positive is they will work on the back in terms of plugging in, because the back turn signals are 1156. And also worth noting is the housing on the rear are different to the front. They're about 1 millimeter smaller, so these will not clip in the same way they do on the front. They will plug in terms of the bulb socket, but they will not fit. You'll have to modify them. What I do is I ground off the tabs with my Dremel and got them to fit in there. They still don't fit as good as the front ones. They're good enough for me, and then I used, once I sort of locked them in, they were sitting in there, but I used a bit of Sikaflex to hold them in. Anyway, overall I'm very happy. I've now got LED front and rear turn signals, and I'll have to come up with something else for a front day running light. I'm thinking about getting something underneath the front forks there, underneath the headlight. But anyway, that'll be something for another video. I'd also like to say thank you for all the subscribers and the people watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting my channel and helping it grow. That means a lot to me. And enjoy my journey, learning how to enjoy and make the most of my 2019 Harley Davidson Heritage. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.